Ready to Live. But we're about to bring him on. I'm really excited for this. I know we're doing a lot of a lot of talking on the show today, so let's bring on MoRuf. All right, MoRuf, what's up? You on air?
Ill vibe. What's the word? What's the word? It's MoRuf, y'all. I'm good.
Good. Nice to finally speak with you. How's your day going so far?
It's really snowy out east, man. It's really snowy. It's horrible.
I don't know how you guys do it.
Snow. I like the seasons. I like, it's kind of hot, then it's fall, then it's winter. But this winter is horrible. If I could use a word to describe, I can't even use it. You told me I can't use a single word. But yeah, that's how it's making me feel right now. But it's peace. I'm happy though. I'm happy. I'm warm.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. I always had dreams of like living out there, especially like we're gonna talk about it a little bit later, but. Like in high school, I remember like being like 15, 16, and I was just obsessed with the romantic movement. So Jesse Boykins, I'm just hearing about Chris Turner now. Obviously you, Mellow X. Like I was like, I just want to move out to that area. Like this is everything. But then I think about that weather, and I'm like, ooh, could I do it? But no, that whole movement.
The weather is. Winter is winter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bundle up, wear your thermals, put extra cocoa butter on. Like, it's serious out here. But summers are really, it's like, do the right thing. It's decent. It's crazy. You want to take a shower every 5 minutes. But it's beautiful. You know what I mean? It's beautiful. I love it.
That's what's up. Have you been out to Vegas before?
I've never been to Vegas. No. I've been to the West. I've never been to Nevada, but nah, man. I hear a lot of good things in Vegas. What happens in Vegas, stay in Vegas, right? But I'm trying to see what that vibe is out there for sure.
No, you definitely got to get out here and do a show or something. I definitely love that.
For sure. Like with this project which I'm about to release with my bro Mellow X, I guess we'll be speaking about. But yeah, I'll be everywhere really soon. Give me this is gonna be a very special year, so I'm excited. I'll be out there.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna hold you to your word with that, for real.
Oh damn.
But no, let's jump right into it. So you often like utilize a lot of movie skits and other elements in your music. So like you got the Love Jones skit, you had Crooklyn, School Days, Mo Better Blues. So what is it about music that movies? I'm sorry, that inspires your music?
Something which I kind of learned, like, I started off as just being a straight battle rapper, but as I kind of got into my groove, I realized I'm a storyteller. So I just feel like, kind of getting these movie clips, it just helps emphasize the story that much more. It makes it that much more distinct, clear. Like, for instance, Buckle Up. I took the same from Love and Basketball. And it just tapped into the emotion. I wanted to, using the movie clips puts you in the zone before I even speak, and it feels, I don't know, it just feels right. I don't even purposely do it, just happens. Like, it's kind of crazy that you bring it up. It's just, I don't know. I'm a geek.
No, I always notice that, and I'd always be like, oh, that's so tight that he used, this scene, or just like Love and Basketball. Obviously, that's like a classic movie. Love Jones and all the Spike Lee things. And speaking of Spike Lee, like you stated that you really like dig him. So what is it about his style that you like?
Spike Lee is God. Like, this is God. You feel me? I don't mean that in a literal context, but come on, like, just what I could say. Like, Spike Lee, he came out late 80s, mid-80s, if I'm not mistaken, and just, he's a black director with his own aesthetic. He's not trying to be anyone else. Just like, he has his own little weird things that he does, and it's just so beautiful, whether it's the dolly shots, whether it's the way Jungle Fever ended, and I'm like, what? Like, but it's,
right?
But it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Just like from Mo Better Blues. I don't know. Spike is amazing what he represented and what he still represents, like the black culture. Like it's a beautiful thing. It's just culture in general. So yeah, Spike Lee's that dude, man. I appreciate the inspiration.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And you stated recently, I'm sorry, I stalled. You stated recently that you read Jazz by Toni Morrison, and you've been inspired by jazz lately. So how do you apply that knowledge to your music artistically?
Especially when I was getting to Shades of Mood, that was a point in my life in which I didn't want to have to perform and like be running all over the stage to get my point across. And I feel like, jazz in general, how it kind of came to me was creepy. Because I remember, make a long story short, I found like a bag of CDs in my house. It was Nina Simone, Thelonious Monk, Coltrane, Max Roach, and I'm like, you know, my mom, you know, I'm of Nigerian descent, and my mom don't listen to jazz, you know, not like that. She listens to like Sunny Ade or Nigerian gospel, and I'm like, who is this? I'm asking everyone around my house, who is this? And no one knew, and I just started listening to it, or listening to 88.3. It's a local jazz station in North, WBGO, and I fell in love with it, and I kind of just became a student of the vibe, of the artist, to just realize, you know, jazz, before rap, before all this, they were the cool cats. The loneliest was that dude, Miles Davis. Miles Davis was popping. You feel me? And it's just a different element of cool, and I loved it. And that was the feeling, and I wanted to tap into that emotion. Even the cover of Shades of Mood, it's like, what genre is this? Is she singing? Is she tap dancing? I don't know. You know? And it's just, that's what I love. But jazz in general is just like, I don't know, man. As I matured, I embraced it that much more, and I just wanted to, like, infuse that within my music. Even though I'm not sounding like a jazz singer or anything, it's just the aesthetic and the vibe and how I'm approaching it. And, yeah, I love jazz. I love music. You already.
Definitely, like a Harlem Renaissance, like revamp.
Exactly. It's just a straight East Coast, Jersey, New York Renaissance. It's a beautiful, I'm telling you, it's a renaissance going on right now, especially where I'm from, New Jersey. It's very beautiful. It's very beautiful, and just to be a part of that, I'm just very excited, man. I'm very excited, y'all. You guys really have to, just like you guys are telling me to come out there, y'all gotta come out here.
I actually have been through Jersey, so I have been through there. I stayed in New York for like a few days. It was really nice. Okay. It was really nice.
That way, man.
No, for sure. I told you I was obsessed with New York. Of course, I've been to New York, in Jersey. But yeah. Just speaking of that, in New Jersey, like the whole wave going on out there, we actually had Asha and Topaz Jones on the show. So speaking of Asha, I actually found her from you. Okay. So I think it was on... Yeah, I think it was on like Thanksgiving Day or something. I feel like it was a holiday. Yeah. And you posted about her project Masturbate on Instagram, and I was like, oh, if he likes her, then, you know, she must be tight. And then so I like checked it out, and I immediately fell in love, and I was like, wow, like she's really dope, and she's from out there. So any chance for like a popular collaboration with her in the future?
No, for sure. Me and Asha actually just did a show.
I saw that.
In Philly last week. It was actually myself.
And Topaz
Jones, Wamji, Byron, Bard, Boogie. Who else? I hope I'm not forgetting. Oh, my girl, Kenneth from LOE. And it was beautiful. But yeah, me and Asha, we're definitely going to be building it. She expected some vibes from her, from Topaz, from Asha, my bros, Hara, coming out of Jersey, who actually in LA right now. Who else? Kenneth. Man, it's beautiful. Y'all have to come out here. I'm telling you, we're going to pinky promise through email or something.
Yes.
Pinky promise.
Through email. No, and like, talk about like how you met her. How did you come across her music?
I was working at this boutique out in New Jersey and New Brunswick called Syndicated prior, like, last year, like late 2013, early 2014. And I don't know. She hit me up, or we knew, I don't know. We just know mutual people in Jersey, you know. Mm-hmm. And I heard of this open mic, and it was literally right around the corner from my job. I'm like, well, let me see what the wave is. I walked inside, and I'd seen her perform, and I was like, yo.
Oh, wow.
You know when you just see someone do something, and it's like they're not trying, like they're supposed to be doing
That's
something.
That's what you posted, yep.
No, honestly, and it just felt like, I'm going to be honest, it sucks in this industry right now. There's only one or two relevant female rappers, which is very corny to me. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just feel like because it's so difficult, especially with people mindset, music is just so different now. I'm not even going to get into that. But moreover, you know, I was just seeing her rock. It was like, yo, it feels good. She's not trying. It's like she's not being over-sexual. She's not being like, chill, bro. Or like, she just being her. And, you know, and that's what I respect about Asha and all the other artists out in Jersey in general, you know, so. Most definitely, listen to that project, Masturbate. It's spelled exactly the way I guess I'm saying it, but yeah, check it out, man. It's an awesome body of work. Check that out. Awesome artist, awesome person. Shout out to the Queen Asha Jersey. You already.
Definitely, and we just brought up Topaz too, and you were on Vanilla Sky. So tell us about your relationship with him.
Yeah, but I was on Vanilla Sky and Miami Nights, produced by Thelonious Martin, who's from Jersey too.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
True. I didn't think about that.
Me and Topaz, we know each other via internet. You feel me? And back in 2012 or 2011, if I'm not mistaken, I went out to Cali with Mo Shadi, Nemo Akita, and Thelonious Monk. Thelonious Martin, sorry. and my bro Sport out from Cleveland. So, and it's the first time I'm in Cali. I'm just open. I just dropped Ready to Live. I'm like, yo. And all of us are from Jersey. So me and Thelonious, we just built a relationship off of that trip.
Yeah.
And to see him grow and blossom since then is beautiful. But moreover, he introduced me to Topaz, went over his crib in Montclair, and just straight up created. And created Miami Nights in his crib. Then Topaz hit me up when he was finishing off his recent project he just dropped. And he sent me the beat, and I vibed to it for a little bit, went over there, knocked it out. And we definitely going to be working on some more vibes very soon, man. Shout out to the bro Topaz.
I'm excited.
Artist, man.
It seemed like that song was like absolutely perfect for you.
It was stuck in my head.
Like it literally, and then just like the way the interlude and everything went, like that. There was no other artist that could have been on that song. So I just love that track so much.
Yeah, popping. But thank you, man. Appreciate it, man. Like it happened the way it happened, and like Topaz is another artist, like I said, from Jersey. But you know, we going beyond, you know, worldwide vibes. And Topaz is dope too, man.
Definitely. And like going back to like visuals and stuff, the visuals for your songs are always like super intriguing and like theatrical, like we said about like movies, whether it's simple like Tangerine and, you know, just the orange backdrop, or more like storytelling with togetherness. And I love that Andre Wagner is in that video.
Shout out to
He's
my
tight.
bro,
Yes, I've been following him for a long time too. He's tight.
Okay, you like Andre, huh?
Yeah, I love the whole. I'm telling you, I love this whole movement. Like I've been following you guys for years.
I appreciate it.
Definitely. And do you guys, or do you help with the creative process for your music videos?
Oh, for sure. Like, it's necessary, especially at this point. I could say when I first started shooting videos, I met this guy named Adam Saywitz, a close friend of mine who I just met by like faith or the grace of God. My cousin I was at King. My cousin was like, yo, Mo, come out, meet this guy. I'm like, cool. I met him, and we just became bros instantly. And Adam always had a vision. He'd hear my song, and he had a vision. And I'm like, I'm with it. Like, this is a 5D. You know, I was just with it. And I did have creative control with it as well, but it was more so Adam had the vision, and I was just Scottie Pippen with it, you know? But more so as I got older and just more intrigued with what I'm putting out there, I definitely took full control. Like, this is how I want it to be. But also the directors, and it just worked mutual. Like Tangerine, and Blue, he heard it. He was like, "Yo, I already got the vibe." I'm like, "Okay, I got the vibe too." It's just a collaboration, and that's how I work. Whether it's music, whether it's director, it's just collaborating, put egos aside, and just being like, "Look, we're doing this for the better cause of the art." So, and it's worked perfectly. Same with togetherness and compromise. My bro Texas, awesome photographer out of New York. Texas is amazing. King Texas, follow him on Twitter right now. Came up with the idea like, yo, Mo, this would be hard. I'm like, I'm with it, and it just happened. And my bro and Blue, he shot it. As you said, Mr. Wagner, he was in there. My homegirl Elise, and it felt perfect. It felt perfect. Yeah. I appreciate it.
That was a great video. She's beautiful, too. That was a good video.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Definitely. So we're going to take it back a little bit, like 2012-ish. I saw you went to Africa with members of the Romantic Movement, and you stated that you enjoy traveling and doing what you love. So if you could pick up and leave right now, where would you want to travel?
Let's see. Where would I want to travel? I'll probably say go back at this moment. It'll probably be 2 places. 3 places.
Okay, what 3?
First I'll be going back to Africa, you know, because I want to go back. I want to go to Nigeria because I went to Africa in 2012, but I haven't been to Nigeria specifically since I was young, you know, and I feel like it's the time. Just I appreciate it that much more. So Nigeria 1, Costa Rica, because I went there 2013 and it changed my life. I'm still open, you know, especially with this weather I'm in right now. I need some Costa Rican sun. I need another tan. Turn me blue. Like, I'm ready. Costa Rica for sure, and I love the culture out there. Like, I went out to Costa Rica, and that was the first time in a while I was like, yo, everybody's so worried about these material things, these new phones, these new kicks. Costa Rica, like, the beauty was something you couldn't buy, like the blue water, the clear sky. It was just, you need to just leave your comfort zone and just embrace something different. So Costa Rica for sure, and Canada.
Definitely.
Okay, why Canada?
I love Canada. Canada's energy.
You performed there, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I performed there
with like Euphoria.
With my bro Iman Amari. Shout out to my brother Iman. We performed there, and Canada. The people are so nice. What they say about Canada is not funny. The people are nice and scary. It's like, why are you being nice to me? But the energy out there is it's amazing. So, for sure.
Definitely.
For sure.
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool too.
All right, so about music, like, what is your favorite part about making music? Is it actually creating it, or is it the process of it, and like, or no, I'm sorry, I got mixed up. Is it the process of making the music and creating it, or is it sharing it with the world?
Oh man, it's damn, shout out to y'all questions. I respect y'all. Some people questions be like, so what's your favorite color? But anyway, I would say the process of creating it will always be an amazing process because it's very sacred. You know, this is something that's like no one knows about, probably you and a few of your friends. And it's just the process of creating anything feels good because I always tell my artist friends or just friends in general, like, being an artist, we magicians. Like, we make magic. Like, we, like, an idea out of thin air, we build from scratch, and it's a beautiful process, you know? And I don't know, especially when I create, like, when I made Shades, when I made Euphoria with my bro Iman, when I made Ready to Live, Cali Vibes, or, you know, Melodic with my bro Mellow X that be coming out. It's like I catch, like, this Holy Spirit musically, and I can't even explain it. It's like, did I write that? And you just, like, in your own zone. But it's an awesome feeling. But obviously sharing the music too, that's the best feeling. It's like, it's just sharing my energy, sharing it with something which I created with the people. Like, you know, music is very powerful. It could change somebody's life. And you just never know. And I just love sharing music or sharing my ideas, whether it's a hat, whether it's a T-shirt, a hoodie, or music. It's a beautiful feeling, man.
No, for sure. And that just made me think about like the process of you making Euphoria, because I know that, you know, with Iman Omari, you guys said that you made it in about a month. And it was basically a month of meeting each other. So, and a song that I like is where I think it's like the outro in the groove or something. I can't remember off top. And you basically talk about what Euphoria is to you. So I know this was, you know, like a little bit ago. So is that still represent to you? What is Euphoria to you now? It's been a few years.
I'll say the same. I'll really just say the same feeling. Just like a feeling in which I just, damn, it's a feeling that I really can't describe. It's just a feeling of peace and happiness within itself. It's like whether it's just the simple things or just like literally what I said on the outro, like being on the train, reading my book with my mom, just making her laugh, or with my girl, vibing out with my bros. Like Super Bowl Sunday, I was with my bros and my girl, just catching a vibe. That's Euphoria to me. Or making a project, seeing the cover of Shades of Mood that my bro Texas took, and I'm like, wow, it's like a feeling that you can't buy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't buy this with money. I can't buy this with material. It's something up in the air. It's a spirit, you know what I'm saying? And that's what Euphoria is to me. So, yeah. Shout out to my bro, Iman Amari, once again. Real dude, Cali Vibes.
I love his enthusiasm.
I know. I love it. Yeah. I love that. So, go ahead.
All right. So, we're just talking Euphoria, so let's talk a little bit about Shades of Moo. You had some rising heavy hitters like Madlib, you had Like from Pac Div, Mellow X, like you said, THC, and like you were just mentioning, Iman Omari. So what's your process? Like, how do you pick producers that you work with on your projects?
How do I pick producers? It's kind of whatever feels good, to be honest. Like, I kind of got over that whole, like, yo, you have to work with whatever. Like, oh, honestly, even today I actually tweeted, what did I tweet today? I said, send some vibes, songs, beats, let's build. And you just never know that it could be one kid in his house by himself that got some bangers. You feel me? That got straight vibes.
You're right.
And I'm always open to build with people, just like, you know, Iman. He just knew, like, the vibe I want to go for. Even, like, building with Light from Pac Does. I actually found the beat, right? And I just rapped on it straight up. And I put it out. I'm just being honest. That's just straight guerrilla style. My real artists know what that is. You feel what I'm saying? I just put it out, and Light tweeted me, like, dope. And from there, I built my relationship with, like, you feel what I'm saying? To the point he's sending me other beats, or to the point I just had a show in St. Louis, like, 2 months ago, and I did a show with, like, and we just vibing out. And he's on the stage spitting Rest Well with me. And it just, sometimes it just happens the way, you know, it happens. Or THC kind of happened. I was in the studio with my bro, Jesse Boykins, out in New York. And Jesse was playing me beats, and he played the Homie Lover Friend beat. I'm like, yo.
I love that song.
I like that. And I'm like, who beat is this? He's like, my bro THC sent it to me. Wow. And he was like, you like that? I'm like, yeah, I got an idea. He was like, so, you know, I kind of wrote the verse. I kind of sang the hook. I'm like, yo, can you sing this? He's like, for sure. And Jesse bodied it. And it's funny, I knew Ricky from THC through Iman because they're cool. They're tight. So it just made sense. And it just, it kind of happens on its own when it comes to me chronic creating. And sometimes it's just, when you're moving in the direction you're supposed to move, like the doors open on its own. So I didn't even really have to try. Like, all honesty, sometimes it's a difficulty, but at times it was just like, it just kind of happened and it made sense. So, but the vibe has to be right, you know. I'm not, with Shades and More, any project I do, I'm not like, I need a song for the ladies. You know, I need that banger. Nah, I'm past that, and that's not the artist or person I am. It's gonna make sense when you hear it and you gonna feel it. So, yeah.
No, definitely. And that, I'm just like connecting dots now that you talked about Iman Amore, because he did obviously do a lot of work with THC, who did work with, you know, Overdose, and, you know, it's all an overlapping thing. So I assume that maybe that was how you met, like, so that's interesting to hear that it was that way.
Yeah, it was a different path. So it kind of all makes sense.
Yeah.
Everything comes full circle, huh?
East to west. I love it.
You're already connections. So that's kind of how it happened. It's just building those relationships. It's like me and Iman, like that, build a relationship. That's like my bro now. Like literally. I was out in Cali. Like if I was out in Cali, I was with him. Or you know, so but it's just, man, one thing I could say, and I don't mean to overtalk or stray away, as an artist or as a person, never be afraid to collab. Never be afraid to collab, bro. Whether you're a graphic designer, a motivational speaker, I like to shovel snow. I don't know. But, like, never be afraid to collab. You know, it's because you learn from this person and they learn from you, and you just intertwine. Like, it's I don't know. It's a learning lesson, and it's beautiful. And that's the whole part of being an artist, working with other artists. You know what I'm saying? It's a dope feeling, though.
Definitely. And like piggybacking off of that, out of all of the artists that you work with, if you could really think about it, I know it's probably really hard, but who would you say has tested you or challenged you? Oh no, that's not really hard. Tested you or challenged you the most and has gotten you like out of your comfort zone?
I say two people, and it's funny because they're not even rappers.
Yeah.
I say Jesse Boykins, definitely. That's my bro, because even when I was making Shades, he'd be like, yo, Mo, like, damn, I wish I could use this word, but I'm not. But he'd be like, yo, Mo, he like, yo, you could come a little harder on this song. You know what I mean? Or he'd say something which I didn't want to hear, but I needed to hear. You know what I'm saying? Or just like, yo, Mo, it was, and I learned as a person, sometimes you have to be open to this criticism. You know, we all sensitive, but it's all about for the betterment of the music and the art, you know. So he definitely helped me out with that, especially with Shades. And other person would be Iman, straight up. Like, I remember even when we were making Euphoria, when we first met, you know, his style of beats, that was something which I wasn't used to, but it got me out of my comfort zone. It made me, I realized, like, yo, any project which I make, don't compare your last project to the project you're about to make. You know, never do that as an artist, because you can be trapped in this box. So that was the first time as an artist, I felt like, I don't care. I was free. That's why I was Euphoria, and we just made something out of nothing, and he challenged me. I challenged him as well. I'm like, I'm not feeling that. And he'd be like, we bump heads, whatever, but we broke. And that's what brothers do, you know what I'm saying? So that's one artist that definitely challenged me, as well as Jesse. But it all makes sense, and it kind of that's why the podcast came out the way they did, because I was challenged. I didn't feel like, well, I'm about to rap, you know what I'm saying? It was like, nah, take it, feel uncomfortable, bruh. Feel uncomfortable, take it to that next level, and that's as a person, as an artist, feel uncomfortable real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he definitely, took me out of my comfort zone. I appreciate that.
No, definitely. And I always thought that it was so cool, like the movement of like the people that you basically kick it with, because it's, composed of artists, and you have photographers, you have dancers, and you have designers, and you guys are all like this little family, and you all do work together. You got Street Etiquette, who has, their fashion and their blog and all that stuff, and your collab.
Shout out to Street Etiquette.
Yeah. And then, you got your dancers. I don't know their names off top, but I know who I'm talking about, and I'm sure you do too. But just anyways, like, I just think that it's so cool that you guys always, have each other's back, and you all come together for that. That's really dope.
I appreciate it. That's how it should be, man. Like, it's cool to be, as humans, we naturally competitive, naturally. You know what I'm saying? And if you say you're not, you wildin'. But, like, it's nothing like we all artists, and we all trying to get to, that next level. We all want to become better. So it's nothing like just supporting each other. You know what I'm saying? It makes the most sense. So, yeah.
For sure. And Shades of Moo, it came out back in 2013, and I know you released that track, Fallen, featuring Mellow X. And you've done a lot of stuff with him, and Mellow is really tight as well. So I know that project is releasing. What else are you working on? Can you tell us a little bit about that project? What can we expect from you?
So, the project with Mellow X is titled Melodic. And that'll be out this spring, 2015. Wow, it sounds crazy saying 2015.
Right.
But 2015 it'll be out this spring. Me and Mello, we've been working on that project for some time off and on, but we're ready to give it to the people. And I'm really excited for the people to hear it. So that'll be out very soon, as well as Euphoria 2 with my bro Iman Amari.
I know you said that a while ago, so I was trying to search, and I was like, that never did. It didn't.
No.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm holding you to that, too.
You didn't miss out, but
okay.
We're working on that, because Iman's actually working on his solo album right now, and I'm working on finishing off Melodic, so we just giving each other time to just flourish with these individual situations, but we talk every day or hit each other on the email, so he's sending me situations. He's sending me beats. I'm sending vocals, and I'll be out. He actually just moved to New Orleans, so I'll be back in New Orleans in the future, build and finish off these tracks. So Euphoria 2, Melodic, and in process of working on some, a little quick situation with my band. I have a live band, So Hop, / Tiger Speak. So I'm about to do some live vibes, and as well as, the next solo MoRuf situation. So I'm just creating. I'm just creating, and it feels good. It feels good. I'm just creating. I'm very, very excited to share these new vibrations with the people, man. So yeah, I'm excited.
We're excited too.
Very
excited.
Yeah.
No, definitely. Well, those are all the questions that we had for you. Were there any final things that you want to tell to the people? Where can they find you on Twitter? All that good stuff.
Okay, you can find me on Twitter at MoRuf 88, MoRuf 88, MoRuf 88. My Instagram is MoRuf 88, MoRuf 88. You know what I mean? It's real simple. What else? And also, just want to say shout out to y'all, and shout out to LOE. And LOE is that love over everything, and that's my movement. And that's really love over everything is a mentality. You spread love, you show love, you get it in return. It's the rule of thumb, treat people the way you want to be treated. And if you put good energy out, it's going to come right back to you. So that's the mentality, and that's the movement. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been supporting LOE, and just, I don't know, man, do you. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. So we have this track, you talked about it a little bit earlier, Homie, Lover, and a Friend. I wanted you to introduce it, if you will.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that real quick. Let's get it. What's the word? This is MoRuf, Ill Vibe Theory. I want to bring you this track, Homie, Lover, Friend. It's off of Shades of Moo, my project, and it's featuring my brother Jesse Boyd. Produced by THC, Catch a Vibe, and yeah.
All right, let's get into that. Ill Vibe Theory, keep it locked.